Hello, I'm Andy Singh, and I'm going to use tarot cards, Kabbalistic tarot cards, to predict the month of November for you, for those in Cancer, born in the period of Cancer. Now, the first card I'm going to pick up will relate to areas of romance, marriage, general love, family. So let's see what happens. I've picked up a card which is not very favorable. I see the sign of Saturn, the planet Saturn, and the sign of Uranus, the planet Uranus. And you in Cancer with this card are warned that your marriage or your romance areas are easily in trouble. The card shows it's gloomy, it's rainy, it's storming, and there is a third party involved which is going to complicate problems regarding your marriage or your romance. So be very careful, you in Cancer, for the month of November, that making attempts or being attracted by others may lead to problems. Now, if you are single, this card shows that you are being led on, which means that either you already have a partner or some interest in somebody else, or the other person could also have interest. So there's a third party problem here. Nothing is very clear, which is not good, because you're going to share that somebody you are interested in with somebody else, or vice versa. That person may have to share you with somebody else. The first complication is that. The second complication is that as the romance goes on in the month, towards the end of the month, there is depression shown, gloominess shown, regret shown. So you are either going to find out that you have not been honestly dealt with, or the other partner may find out, the other romance partner may find out that you have not been fair. It works two ways. And therefore the gloominess is the ending, and regret is the ending, and tears are there as well, unhappiness. So watch out if you are married, where things become more serious because you already have a contract of marriage with somebody. You may attract a married person, and that is just as bad, because complications come with that kind of relationship. Number one. Number two, watch out that in your work area, or which means your career area, or your business area, there is also a possibility where romance can be created. Even there, it shows complications. So in whatever way you get signals from others, or that you give love signals to others, tell yourself it's best to be very honest and straightforward. Otherwise, you in Cancer in the month of November are going to regret it. There's also conflict shown. There's also anger shown with this card. So it may end up in conflict, and one of you may be very angry to attack the other. So violence can be created with this card as well. I'm going to pick up a second card now, and that will have to do with your career, your business, and your finances. So let's see how you do there in the month of November for you in Cancer. It is slightly a better card, but it says that short-term investments are not going to work. I see the planet Mercury a lot here, and I see the sign of Gemini here. Well, you are born in the period of Cancer. So this card says that investments are dangerous to make. Gambling or speculation means losses. Don't be hasty or impatient or impulsive. This is the message from these cards. It says you have a desire to lead, which means that you want to beat the competition in career areas. Let's talk of career first. And that itself is not good. I rather you work with others in the month of November for those of you who are in Cancer. Otherwise, you are going to be isolated, and you're going to find that you'll have to do most of the work yourself, and that's not very possible. The other thing I worry about is that this card shows that you will tend to be a perfectionist in your career areas, which means you could be very critical to others. That's also not a good sign, so watch out. Regarding business, this card says that you want to shine in business and therefore you're willing to take risks. Well, my advice is that the risk factor is too strong for you, for those of you in Cancer in the month of November. Yes, it shows you will be daring, but yes, it shows that the ultimate result is losses due to the risk taking, which will be too high in business. I also worry that you will be very hasty and very impatient to secure a business or to start a business. For those of you in Cancer in the month of November, don't do that either, because the message with this card is that you will tend to be very careless or miscalculate very badly or miscommunicate very badly, and therefore it's a muddle, it's a complication that results. And that normally shows breaking down of contracts or having to let go what you got, usually with losses attached. So that's not a very good area for you in career or business for those in Cancer for the month of November. Now the third card which I'm going to pull for you will have to do with health. So let's see what it says. Okay. The sign of Mars and the sign of Jupiter is shown here on this card. Now, you in Cancer, this card says that conflict, violence, accidents is very possible. So don't provoke others. And even if you are provoked by others, walk away, because you easily become the victim in health areas. And you probably will be hurt. Secondly, this card says that blood can be spilt. So there we go again, accidents or violence. Thirdly, it shows that difficulties to your arteries or to the areas of blood is also a worry here. So that could be stress, blood pressure. So watch out. Could be high blood pressure, could be low blood pressure. So watch out. It shows that you want to be a central figure, which means that you are willing to work overtime and work very hard in the month of November for those who are in the period of Cancer, born in the period of Cancer. And that shows that while you want to lead, the backup is not good enough. So you're going to end up with a lot of stress. And in health areas, that means for you, the signs show your stomach area, number 1. Number 2, your heart area. And number 3, the digestive tract, going on to the bowels and to the intestines and to the colon. So these are the areas you have to be very careful. Okay? Overall, this card is not going to kill you. Nothing like that is going to happen. But it just shows a unhappy state of mind, emotionally an unhappy state. And that itself can create problems to your health itself. So don't expose yourself too much about business or career risks. Don't expose yourself to areas of marriage complications or romance complications. Otherwise, this stress and anxiety is going to overflow. This card shows a lot of exposure to fire, which normally shows that your pressure, number 1, and also your energy levels, and also a danger of being easily dehydrated. So drink plenty of water. Okay? So overall, all the 3 cards, the first one to your romance, marriage and love, second one to your career, business, finances, and the third one to your health, are not very steady for you in Cancer for the month of November. So be cautious. Google me. You know my name, Andi Singh, A-N-D-I, Singh, S-I-N-G-H, and find out more about me or how to contact me. And also go to Facebook and ask to be added on so we can communicate from there. And I hope to one day that you come to see me so that I may also have your full date of birth, your time of birth, and also be able to look at your palms. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed my tarot card reading, and I look forward to meeting you one day. Thank you and goodbye.